The Johnski is a YouTube channel run by and run for people over the age of 13. People under the age of 13 should click off of this video right now, or watch with a parent or guardian. Viewer discretion is advised.
You don't scare me!
Militus today, militiamen. My name is King Prime, and welcome back to The Johnski, the YouTube channel where I spend so much money on my various hobbies that I go into crippling economic debt. Today, well, you can probably guess from the title, yes, we are back for another King Prime's Mega Haul.
Oh, I have a bad feeling about this.
And this is the first item that I have. This was custom commissioned. This is just something a friend did for me. He's a very talented artist. And I mean, it's really stupid, but it's really funny. This is an inside joke that we have. You know, I always like to make fun of the Soviets because it's fun to make fun of the Soviets. So one day for my birthday, he made me a set of Soviet Stormtroopers in Lego. And it was really funny. I'd show you them, but unfortunately they are stuck in purgatory at a museum where I was exhibiting my Lego collection, and they got stuck there. So really unfortunate, but this is the Soviet Stormtrooper. It's just in the 3 3/4 inch. He's got like a hammer and sickle on his shoulder, and then the Soviet star there. He's got gold all over him. Really funny. I don't even know what Stormtrooper model this is. This was his. And I'm like, you know what would be really funny? If you made him Soviet. And he's like, hell yeah. And so we did it. And it was really funny. So yeah, that's the first item. Next item, please.
Skip it up and down up.
Alright, so the next item on King Prime's Mega Haul is very, very special to me. This is something I've been hunting for a very long time. And I'll just put the box here and try not to dox myself. This is something I've been hunting for quite a bit of time. A very rare Star Wars figure. Now I have to decide between my box cutter or my World War II knife. I'll go box cutter today to try to open this without completely leaking all my information. This, I mean, it was an insane deal, first of all. I've just, you know, since we've all been quarantined and stuff due to coronavirus, I have been just online window shopping, basically, going on eBay and Amazon and seeing the cool stuff that people put up. And this was from a unusually large auction. Dude was selling a bunch of stuff, and out of these 7 of those and the one auction after that I bid on, I only won one of these auctions. And this is what I'm unboxing now. Let me just move the camera down. This, ladies and gentlemen, is something, much like Darth Malak, I never expected to have in my collection. A very rare item that usually goes for quite a bit of money. It is a 3 3/4 inch figure, and it kind of fits in theme with the last figure, sort of the last haul, Mega Haul 2, where I had the giant Stormtrooper unboxing. It's from the same series as those, like 2007, 8, and 9. This, ladies and gentlemen, is Star Wars Knights of the Old Republic, Darth Malak. And in person, this figure is just insane. He does even have his lightsaber here. And then he has his extended one, of course. It's the same saber. I'll take it out right now. I'll do a little freeze frame and put him open. Actually, no, I won't do a freeze frame. I'll do it live. Cause forget about it. Let's just do it live, right? Let's pull him out, and I'll make sure his sabers drop on the white so that I can see them. All right, and then let's get a Clorox wipe and disinfect Malak, because you know it's probably going to be, you know, coronavirus-fied. We don't want none of that on our figures. So we gotta do some cleaning. Just on the cape and stuff, and maybe on the head a little bit. Just a little bit around it, yep. Some polish. Polish is a big dome up there. He does have quite the humongous noggin, doesn't he? That Darth Malak, yep. Like behind his back and stuff. And then his chest, his crotchular area. behind his loincloth. Ooh, that's scandalous. And continue to wipe him down, wipe his feet down, his legs. Is this bit going on long enough yet for it to be funny? Okay, so let him stand up right there. And we're good. Let's get them all situated.
Still paying attention because now I'm going to tell you the most important.
Alright, so right now I got Malak in some kind of Obi-Wan Kenobi-ish pose, holding both of his sabers at the same time, which is kind of breaking reality. This is like holding gold, honestly. This figure and Revan, who I don't have unfortunately, are so rare, and I'm super stoked to finally have him, especially since he's the main villain of KOTOR. He does actually, it's kind of weird, I guess it's just the way he's painted, but his face he kind of does perpetually look like he's looking upwards, which is kind of strange, but I'm not gonna, judge him for that. He also can remove his mask right here, his cybernetic jaw. I really hope they don't retool this figure for the vintage collection, because I'd be super sad, because I just spent money on this one, even though I didn't spend as much. I got this for a deal for 24 bucks. It was absolutely insane. And I mean, look at that. He's got huge clompers, by the way. His feet are ginormous. Cannot even, extend how big his feet are. Alright, well, see you in the next part, my friends. Let me just pause it and get him in the nice pose, and we will be going on to the next figure.
Sounds like someone breaking in!
Just a storm, Dick.
Alright, on to the next item, and pardon the peculiar setup, but this did just come in. But the next item we've got here is the Star Wars The Legacy Collection, I think. R2A3. This is Wedge Antilles astromech droid from the X-Wing from 2 King Prime Mega Hauls ago. This is the missing droid, so I will be putting him into the X-Wing momentarily. Off camera, though, so you won't see it, but I will. And just know that I did keep my promise, and I did complete the X-Wing. Alright, on to the next item.
Gift shop was cool, though.
Alright, so now I am back at the regular workstation, and I apologize. It does look like it's gone through a war, but I am preparing a set for a stop motion. Here is a sneak peek of kind of what I'm going for. Here's a door. It's made out of, I'm making pretty much everything out of cardboard, because with Rona, we're not able to get out to Home Depot and stuff, or Lowe's to get foam, and I've never actually worked with foam, so most of my set pieces are going to be made of cardboard, and I just use tape to line the sides, as you can see with this, which is the door. I line the sides so that when I eventually tape, or when I eventually paint this, it doesn't look too much like cardboard. Here's another example with a control panel that I have for an Imperial prison. It's got all the sides taped so that when I paint over it, it just looks flush. Alright, well, that's that. That's a sneak peek I wanted to give you, but the actual next item we have is a very surprising item. I didn't expect to actually get this. This was a late Easter gift from my parentals, and it is just a vintage collection Sith Trooper. And I did actually want this because I do have the Sith shelf behind me, which you saw in Mega Haul 2. This is a Sith Trooper, and I'll be opening him to put him on the shelf. I could keep him carded, but I really don't feel like it. I like this figure. I like the design of the Sith Troopers, even though I don't like the Rise of Skywalker. I just think it's a really cool design. The red works really well, and it reminds me of the Old Republic-esque troops. Not the black armored ones, but the red armored ones. It definitely reminds me of them. This is just my workstation right now. I apologize that my normal background isn't showing up, but I'm actually wearing my normal background. So it's just a robe draped over some boxes. So, yep, that's that. And I don't think I can actually get this to stand up because, as you can tell clearly by the warping of the package, it was an Amazon box. So, well, that's it. On to the next item.
This is Earth, you space demon. We live in a society.
Alright, and so for the next item, I would just like to apologize because
I am going through a little bit of a heat wave where I am right now, and I would like to have the fan on so that I don't sweat to death. So for the next item, we do have a rarer specimen, and that, my friends, would be Comic Pack Asajj Ventress Intel Score. This thing was snagged. I'm not gonna lie, it was very much snagged. I got it for $35, as I do all of my rare items. It's in pretty alright condition. The top of it's creased a little bit, but other than that, it is doing well. I'm going to have a struggle with myself, and not in that way. Don't get your mind out of the gutter. I'm going to have an internal conflict and try to figure out whether I'm going to open this or not, because this thing's really cool, but it's also really expensive, and I also really don't want to ruin the value. I know that on the Sith shelf behind me, which is looking quite splendid these days, I am missing 2 spots for some acolytes of Dooku, and I would very much like to have Asajj and Toll on there, as well as Kanan Voss, and I think there's another one that I need to get who's a Nikto species. I can't remember what his name is exactly, but I know that he falls to the dark side and becomes one of Dooku's apprentices. And so, yeah, I'm going to have an internal debate on whether to open this or not. Also, something I found pretty funny is that the comic issue is quite hysterical. You can figure that out for yourself, because this is a funny time we're going through on YouTube. So, can't make edgy content, can't make kids content, so what the hell am I supposed to do? I don't know. All I know is that I got a cool bunch of figures. Alright. Yeah. Hope you all are doing good through Corona. So, on to the next item. You know, when I do these things and I record for Mega Haul, usually I'll record a part and it'll be weeks in between orders, but ironically, in between filming Toll and Asajj yesterday, I woke up this morning and there was a little something waiting for me. So I walked downstairs and open it, and our next item is the Mandalorian. Yes, the Vintage Collection Mandalorian. I'm not gonna lie, this is a grail. It definitely will not be staying carded by any means, but I decided I'd document it here, you know, for the Mega Haul. Before I tore it open, probably got the modded cape that they sell for it. They sell that cloth cape, the soft goods one with the wire in it. I'll probably get that because it seems pretty cool. Just looking at this figure, it looks so cool. The Mandalorian is such a good show, and I'm really happy that they did make a Mando. I'm pretty proud of myself, actually, because I snagged this on Amazon for $12.99. Which is unheard of in this modern day and age. Usually you can only find them for jacked up prices because scalpers will do so much scalping. Mando is a really cool figure. I will still have more stuff coming. Hopefully it'll come tomorrow like it's been happening for the last couple of days now. For two days in a row I got Toll and Asajj, and now I got Mando. So I'm very excited to see what's coming next. So, without further ado, I'll just put this in the back here, and, you know, check out this Imperial officer who's been kind of dead on my workbench for a while, and say on to the next item.
Maybe it's the way you're dressed. Maybe
And on to the next item. A little surprisey poo came in this afternoon. I was, you know, chilling, and the next item arrived. This one is something I've been trying to get for literally like a year now, and I don't know why it took me so long. It's from my second favorite Star Wars film, and it's something that belongs to one of the main characters, the main character of the stop motion I'm working on, and that would be the But it's the Imperial Hovertank from Rogue One. You see it on Jeddah, and it's a really cool piece. I will be opening it, of course, because I need it for the stop motion. I love how cool these covers are. So this is just like squad infantry support, I guess. You know, there's proper infantry tactics happening here. You know, tank supporting infantry. But Yeah, I don't really have much more to say about it. I haven't even opened it, but I'm going to open it the second I turn off this camera, because I'm very excited to finally have this in my collection. That's pretty much it. I think there's one more item I'm waiting on. There could be another, but I doubt it. So if I lie, I lie. But if I don't, then the next item should be our last. So without further ado, on to the next item.
What the fuck?
And for what I believe is to be our final figure of this mega haul, I'll move that over here and reveal to you the final item as soon as I fix this mess of figures that I've just made. So, freeze frame.
I am the way and the light, except occasionally the light is muzzle flash.
Freeze frame unfreeze. And if any of you are wondering about Django, this is just something I whipped out of my Clone Wars box because I wanted to have a Mandalorian next to a Mandalorian, even though they're technically both not Mandalorians, but I'm not going to get into the nitty-gritty of that, per se, right now. The final figure for our Mega Haul is, well, if you know Mando, then of course you know I've got to get the companion. This is the Mandalorian Cara Dune figure. This thing is bent to all hell. Thanks Amazon, I guess. That's what they do. Never order vintage collection figures from Amazon. If you want them in pristine condition, order them from Big Bad Toy Store or Entertainment Earth. I don't collect carded figures unless they're rare, like that one right there. And even then, I really want to open that up. So this is just Cara right here, and she's chilling, and she looks great in there. I really like this character in the show. I think that there's a lot they could do with Cara Dune. She's awesome. She's a shock trooper.
Look, you're a simp.
So that does it, my dear friends, for Mega Haul 3. Holy crap, it's about time. If you liked the series and you want to see it continue, please consider subscribing right down there, liking, which is right down there, or disliking, but why would you ever do that? This series just is the greatest, so you should definitely subscribe. Also, make sure to share this with your friends if you like Star Wars or anything like that. I definitely could use the support, and so I will leave you with that. That is all she wrote, and as always, my militiamen, militus tenam.